Hi, everyone. I am Monique Denoff from MD Consulting. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today, I'd like to say a little bit about intergenerational communication at work. As you know, we now have 4 different generations or 4 different age groups, age ranges in the workplace. How can a leader effectively help everyone get along? How can a leader effectively communicate amongst these different generations? I discussed this topic on April 20th with Jennifer Wisdom. Jennifer was a guest on my show on the Voice America Business Channel. That show is called Leading with Intention. It airs live every Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, or you can listen to the download later on. Some highlights from that show. We talked about stopping the comments in the workplace that call out or discriminate these groups of people or stereotype them. Comments like, well, I'm probably old enough to be your mother, or comments like, well, you're so young, I'm sure you can figure out this technology, because all young people can figure out technology. These are the kind of comments that stereotype these groups and that lend to groups being discriminated against in the workplace, groups being singled out because of their age. So my guest Jennifer suggested that we stop these comments that call out these age groups. And that is one way that groups can start getting along better. That's one thing that leaders can do to help these groups start getting along better. Another thing that was suggested was mentoring. Mentoring of one of the older generations by one of the younger generations, or vice versa. And to focus on the similarities of these groups, not just the differences. We tend to focus on these differences. And when my clients come to coaching, they do the same thing. It's very easy to see the differences in these groups. So looking at the similarities is something that can help, and that can help these groups get along better. Creating space for collaboration, that is really important, because all these different generations have different ideas based on how they were brought up, based on the cultures that they came from. So allowing the space for collaboration with all of these groups together is another way to help them get along and to help them see each other's similarities. Also, feedback, giving feedback to your people, no matter what generation they are from. The younger generations tend to really want feedback. They expect feedback. And there are a lot of managers who may come from the older generations that do not like to give feedback, or they don't know how, or they're very uncomfortable with it. And when these clients come to coaching, we work on ways to give feedback, no matter what age group, no matter what generation the direct reports are from, because feedback is the only way to grow. So that's another thing that's very important for a leader to do. Jennifer and I also talked about how clients and customers can benefit from all these different generations in the workplace because of all the different ideas, the different cultures, the different ways they were raised and brought up. All of these put together really help clients and customers to understand more about the product or service that the company offers. And many of these clients and customers themselves are from these 4 different generations. So the more that you can show the diversity in your workforce and embrace it, the more the clients and customers will realize that you are embracing that, and they will be more apt to embrace your product or service. So there are a lot of ways that leaders can help these generations get along. There are ways that leaders can lead them better. So, really, I encourage you to check out that episode on April 20th, 2023, with myself and Jennifer Wisdom related to intergenerational communication in the workplace. Check out the rest of the show because what I've given you today are just some highlights. But Jennifer and I spoke for an entire hour about this topic, and she gave out some very good tips on how leaders can really lead better and how these multiple generations in the workplace really benefit the workplace and the clients and customers. So check out the rest of the show. Always email me with questions at monique@mdconsultingglobal.com, and check out my website where there are multiple resources there that you can download, and that's mdconsultingglobal.com. I hope this helped you today, and I hope you have a great day.